One of the most important concepts you need to understand when you're trading the money press is how to manage the trade in a bad week when the stock drops against you. In this video, Preston walks you through some of those crucial management techniques. Enjoy.
So here we are, Airbnb, recently out of the S&P, recently has this 50-day moving average dropping below the 100 and back above. By the way, I want to give a shout out to the Atlanta peeps. They came to the coffee last Saturday. That was a real blast for me. It was an honor to meet you guys. I appreciate you coming. And a shout out to Jeff if he's logged on for the delicious tomahawk ribeye, 2 of them that looks like it was suitable for a caveman to dive into like myself. The hospitality you guys have is insane. So anyway, here we are. Okay, we could go in and turn these into candles and say, oh, here's an Ikamuku cloud, here's a dead man tail, or who the hell knows. But I mean, in staying with this, so by the way, here we're allowing the morning to open. You know, I very rarely do any trades in the first hour, and that's right when we start our strategy sessions. So just looking at this, you know, it's adding $1.30 here, but the dollars and cents is we sold the 145 puts for this week. You know, we were looking at a pullback here, and hey, it's trading above this 50-day moving average, blah, blah, blah. And really, you're not going to find a week where the news and stuff can throw that much more at the market, okay? And I said this before too, if every week was going to be a Fed decision and unpredictable and just crazy trading, we'd have to find something else to do, okay? So one thing we do is we got to learn to deal with weeks like this. But most weeks are going to be like this. Most weeks, stocks are just kind of going to hang out. So, but this is a little extra volatility here, getting out of the S&P. I mean, look at this excitement, and look where it peaked out. Where did it peak out? Just recently, the high went to 151 and change. 151 and change, and Airbnb's at 134 just about 2 weeks later. So it goes. But so on something like this, if I wanted to stick with Airbnb, and I'm going to move this to the side and just share, and I feel like I'm struggling with my voice and stuff, so we'll just kind of try to keep doing our best here. Let me move the price back over. Let's see. So it's at 134 right now. This is Airbnb. And dang it, I got to do something else. Hang on. Oh, okay. So our money press is for this week we've got we sold the 145 put. I swear I write better than this. This is on this fake pad here. We happen to collect $3 for that. But of course, this is just wackadoodle because of the week, right? Now we bought December, so almost Santa Claus time, 135 puts for the protection. So Airbnb right now is trading $1 below our protection. Then, you know, do we foresee that happening along the way? in any of our money presses? No, we don't want to see that. But we're seeing it today, and that's just a reality. So what we sold for $3 is worth like 12. But what happens to those December 135 puts? We bought those for 6 and change, and they're up at near 11. Okay, so just remember, whether you've sold or bought a put or anything, if a stock goes down like this, what happens to the value of puts, whether you've sold them to open or bought them to open? Just remember, if the stock goes down, puts go up in value. So puts go up in value as the stock goes down. It's inverse. The calls are easy, right? If you buy a call and the stock goes up, the calls go up. If you buy a put and the stock goes down, the puts go up. And it just really did it in an exaggerated way this week. This is what we're dealing with. So if I want to stay with it, okay, and I'm in a scenario like this, I'm always in a scenario like this, I'm going to adjust both the weekly and my protection. Because anyway, so what I'd be looking at here is let's look at an option chain. ABNB. And is it important that we have the earnings earnings dates written down and know when those are coming up? Absolutely. In fact, let's just do that on briefing right now. ABNB. So November 1st, live and play. Okay. September 11th. So we're not seeing any news as of late. There's that news. Airbnb will join S&P 500. Okay, but the earnings aren't until November 1st. So we get that out of the way. And now let's bring in an option chain. So if I want to stay with this, I'm going to be buying back today's 145. So let's put all in here so we can see all strike prices. The 145. Okay, these are going for 11.15 by 11.35. So we always want to try to get inside these bid-ask spreads. We don't have to set 11.30 or 11.25. Go like right in the middle there. Okay, now we sold it for 3. Buying it back for 11 something, that's like an $8 hit, right? It's not the funnest thing in the world. But the other thing that we're going to do is going out to December is we're going to cash in, if you will, by the December 135 put, which are going for, we bought for 6, right? These are now trading at 10. So, and the other part of this as well is, okay, so if we buy back this week's puts, I'm going to trade this for a bounce in the next week. You know, stocks go up, they go down. Not all stocks get added to the freaking S&P 500, but stocks that do, you know, they're kind of a certain caliber company. So 134. So, you know, I might sell for next week. Let's go back up here. Let's go into next week. Stock right now is 133.75. The ones out for next week I might sell the 137 put, okay, and then move my December 135 puts, meaning sell. It'll be a simultaneous order. I'll sell to close the 135 and then buy to open in its place the December like 130. And I think I'm doing that. Hang on here. So let's do this. So I would be looking to buy to close BTC this week's 145 puts, and then in their place sell to open. This is today's, right? Sell to open next week's, again with the stock at 134, perhaps the 137 put. And then for the protection, move my December 135 and move it to the December 130s. And let's give Airbnb a week to see the end of this next week as their stocks are bouncing back today, right? Let's just see if we don't get a bounce and get this stock starting heading in the north direction again. After a very challenging week, and then also another challenging week before that, that it's just done. That it's done doing this, and it's going to be back, you know, heading up higher for multiple weeks in a row. What if you had anything to add to that, Mike, or if there's any questions or comments on that?
Well, no, people are wondering, you still like it. The pullback was a general market pullback with most stocks coming down.
Mm-hmm.
And like volume, you look at volume when these occur, just to see how it's trading with these pullbacks.
Right.
And if there's no specific company news on these pullbacks, definitely look to see for a bounce. I mean, that's how I personally look at it. So.
Mm-hmm.